What's going on, brotherhood? Now, this is really for the brothers today. I ain't gonna say sisterhood today. All right, now, I know this title look crazy. I know y'all clicking on like, what? I ain't never heard nobody say do it. Now, hear me out now. Now, I know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with and they like think it's a bad thing and they shame themselves on it. But I'm here to give y'all a different perspective. I feel like it's not a bad thing. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. But I feel like it should be controlled and done in moderation and to the point where you really don't need it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to the point where you can control it and you like it's not a big deal anymore, you gonna really be like, you know what, I don't even need this shit no more. But you know what? Let me get to the video. So I got a little annotations around it. Now let's start with some of these. Too much of anything is bad for you. Now, I know some of y'all have heard this saying before, and this is 100% true. This applies to everything. Too much healthy foods is bad for you. Literally, it was I forgot the exact article and the exact website, but it was an article of this little boy. He ate like oranges all the time, every day. And his parent ended up taking him to the hospital. Was like, why is my son's skin orange? And the doctor was like, oh, he's eating too many oranges and his skin is turning orange. And I was like, what? I was like, dang, so this saying really is true. Too much of anything is bad for you. So yeah, too much of this is bad for you because it gets to the point where you are abusing yourself, okay? And that's not good. There is nothing wrong with it. Just don't abuse it, okay? You need to be at a point where it's you have lust inside of you, right? Everybody has lust inside them, okay? There's a natural urge. There's literally your body trying to get you to reproduce. There's nothing wrong with that urge, okay? Now, when it gets to the point where that urge is uncontrollable and you can't control it, now that's when it becomes a problem, okay? Now, some people, it becomes a huge problem because they feel like they should be ashamed of this urge and this bad thing. No, it's human nature. You cannot stop that, okay? Now, get that shame out of you. Do not feel that way. Balance yourself out. That's why I say use it as a way to get rid of lust from your mind so you can focus on more important tasks. Let's just say you chilling and the thought pop in your head and you like, God dang it. Now you're like, I gotta stop this. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I've been there, okay? I'm a man just like y'all, all right? Now, you get it out your mind and you go about your day, all right? Don't build on it. And that's one thing I noticed that people have trouble with. You keep it on the, hey, you can understand. The longer it's that feeling stays on your mind, the stronger it's gonna get, and it's gonna build and build. If you try to ignore it and be shameful about the idea and be like, I hate the wow, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? Like that, oh, here we go again. That that meme. Don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it for what it is, and when that thought pop up, do not sit on it for too long. Just get rid of it. Like I said, use it as a way to get rid of lust and go about your day and focus on something else. Okay, immediately switch your attention to something else. Do not stay too long on that thought because it's going to build and get stronger and stronger to the point where you don't have any control over it. I'm going to make another video on this about how what you think about and what you pay attention to through time, it gets stronger and stronger to the point where you can't even control it anymore. Now, it's all about control and balance. I kind of touched on that a little bit. Just control yourself and don't spend too much time thinking about these things. Now, what's gonna make it way harder for you is pornography and looking at certain things and looking at certain females online, and that stuff is gonna make it way harder for you because it's gonna ignite that thought. It's gonna spark that thought in your head way more. One thing that y'all gotta realize is your brain don't know the difference between the internet in real life. It takes everything as law. Once you see a girl on your screen that's naked or provocative, your brain thinks this is happening real time in real life right now. So your reproductive system is going to automatically kick in. And what people's not realizing that you're abusing that function when you overly stimulate yourself to that a bunch of times and a lot and throughout the day. And your body just thinking, dang, this dude getting a lot of play. Like your body just doing what it's supposed to do. If it comes in contact with that, it's automatically going to get you ready for that. Now, like I said, all you have to do is just try to cut down on the intake of that and try to cut down on that thought popping up in your head. And Get rid of it the moment it pops up. However way you need to. Distract yourself, do some push-ups, or even, like I said, that. If that is what it takes, do it. Okay? I'd rather y'all do that, get it out your head, and go about your day so you can focus on loving yourself and taking care of yourself. And here's the thing. You can do this in a loving way. You can do it in moderation, in a controlled way, to the point where it doesn't even feel like a bad thing anymore. You're like, bro, I'm just chilling. Like, I just got that out of my body. I'm feeling good. Because here's the thing. When you abuse it, that's when you feel bad and be like, oh, because you know you're doing way too much. Now, once you build it, knock it down to a point where you're not abusing yourself, it's going to feel good. And it's not going to be to the point where it's like, it's downing you and it's draining you. Because one thing you guys understand is that this takes away your life force, your energy. When you trying to do something with your day, or like work out, better yourself, or think higher thoughts, raise your vibrations, that's going to take you down a notch. And guess what? All that lost energy, you got to build that back up. But here's the thing. Some of y'all abuse this. So you knock your energy all the way down, and you got to keep building it back up. Boom, you keep knocking it down. You don't have energy to do any and think about anything else. That's why it's important for it to be controlled and be in balance. That needs to be everything in your life. Everything needs to be in control and balance. And I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect at that. That is an everyday battle. That's something you're going to have to do every day. Work on that every day. And it's not going to be instant. It's going to take some time. But as long as you're trying, that's all that matters. Do not give up on you, because you're the last person you need to give up on. I don't care if the entire world gave up on you. You need to still believe in yourself, because if you give up on you, you're done. Nobody is going to jump in your body and do it for you. You need to do it yourself. Okay? Now, love yourself. Do this out of love, not shame or self-hate. And control it. And get it to the point where you don't even need it anymore. Get it to the point where it's just another thing. Because this is just like taking a piss, man. That's all it is. Don't overthink it. You okay. And there's nothing wrong with it, all right? I love y'all. Love yourselves. And peace out.